Hi, everyone. It's Linda Lukovic from Balance Point Health Center. And I am here today with Krina Cretu, our live blood analyst and nutritionist. And we thought we'd hop on and just talk a little bit about what Krina does. She's new to the clinic, so we're really excited to have her and really excited to share a little bit more about what live blood analysis is. So, Krina, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself first?
Certainly, my pleasure. And just before I start, I'd like to say it's an honor and a pleasure for me to work with you all. And thank you for the warm welcome. I'm really looking forward to becoming one of the best places in Oakville for live blood analysis. So I'm a holistic nutritionist and live blood analyst. I've been in practice for about 10 years. And I've been performing, I guess, thousands of analyses
Mm-hmm.
um, in various ways. But it's one live blood analysis. It's one of the things that brought a lot more awareness to my practice in terms of understanding deeply at the blood level what is going on with the clients.
Okay, so I still remember when I first heard about the words live blood analysis, I had no idea what it was about. Can you tell us a little bit about like how you approach it? Like what is it? What's a treatment like? What do you do? And what should people expect?
Yes, and it's actually very simple. Live blood analysis is a live blood screening technique that originates in Germany. It was launched in the 1960s, and only in the last, I guess, 20 years has become more popular in North America.
Mhm.
It's a way of looking at the blood under the microscope while the red blood cells are still alive. So we look at different things than a regular blood test, which is more like an autopsy of the blood. So the cells are dead in that case. So what we do, we look at the live blood under the microscope, and the procedure is very simple. We basically extract one drop of blood from a fingertip. We place it on a microscope slide, and right away we start analyzing it under the microscope.
Awesome. Thank you. Great description. So we actually have an image there for you. So should we talk about what kinds of things you actually can see in the blood, Karina?
Yes, of course. What you see on the screen right now is a picture of a perfectly balanced blood, healthy blood, and you can see how round and beautiful the cells are. In a live shot, you would be able to see how gently they move and bounce off of each other, and how happy they are. So the circles are the red blood cells. The black background is the plasma, or the substance that the blood circulates in. And now the plasma should be clear of any debris, parasites, bacteria, fungus, all the things that we can potentially see during the live blood analysis. But this is a picture of a healthy person.
Okay. So I'm going to scroll down to a new image.
Right. So what we see here is a crystal. We call it a crystal. It's an accumulation of fat molecules, undigested fat molecules, which could be interpreted as cholesterol, actually. And when we see this in the blood, it's a problem because it could lead to blood clots and blood sludge, a condition we call blood sludge, where the cells kind of stick to each other. They're not flowing freely anymore. They're sticky, they're stuck, they're not moving. So as a result, there's not enough oxygen traveling through the body. So what you see here, yeah, it's already, so we would take this a little bit more seriously.
Yeah, so Karina, if someone saw this in their blood in an appointment and they went and had a regular blood test done by their doctor, would anything be off? do you think?
No, most likely no. This is because the way we look at this, and we look at this from a functional perspective. Okay, so we're not looking to diagnose any disease. We're not deciding here whether an organ is healthy or not. We're just looking at the functioning of the body's organs. So this is a fat accumulation. This would obviously lead us to believe there's something wrong with digestion and exposure to chemicals.
Okay. Yeah. So this really is a tool for prevention. So who would it be for? I guess anyone, right?
Yes, because there's so many things you can see in the blood. These are just a few images that we have here. There's many, many others, many other conditions that can be uncovered. But this is really empowering, and to a client who has tried various modalities and has seen perhaps 5 doctors, and they're still not feeling well, they're feeling off, but they haven't been given a diagnosis, they don't know what's wrong with them. This would be amazing to dig a little bit deeper at the cellular level and see what is really going on. And there's usually more than one root cause, so we look at all of that and we pair that with a treatment plan. Right. So just quickly to talk about what you see now on the screen, again, these are fat particles combined with chemical particles. So again, this is a case of chemical exposure. Mm-hmm. This could be someone who's either inhaling an allergen. We also have things that cosmetics and even water quality. Okay, we see that a lot in people who drink tap water.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. All the chlorine, the wonderful chlorine, yes. Right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. All right. So this particular one is an image of heavy metal. This is mercury. Usually amber and red relates to mercury. And that's someone who's been exposed to this heavy metal either via the dental work, mm-hmm. Amalgam fillings, or perhaps eating too much tuna, mm-hmm. or vaccinations, or this is something that usually comes up during the intake. But yeah, so this is heavy metals.
Okay. And another one?
This is called a protoplast. And this would be indicative of a digestive elimination issue. We usually see this in people with chronic constipation, people who have a hard time eliminating toxins, people who are not absorbing water at the cellular level. They're acidic. Their bodies are run down, and they're basically holding on to toxin, having lost the ability to eliminate properly, efficiently. Yeah, so with this, we would look at, with this, which is a bacterial parasite. Okay. Actually, it's a very, very toxic compound, and it creates a lot of toxicity around it. With this, we would look at the function of the liver and what is going on with the detoxification pathways, and we would support the liver and perhaps suggest, a detoxification protocol.
Okay. Yeah. Very interesting. So it is fascinating. I mean, I've known about live blood for a lot of years now, and our naturopaths have been using this as well in the clinic for quite a number of years because they really do see results. So we've got caseloads of notes full of success stories using live blood analysis. So I'm super pumped about Karina joining the team because she's also got that sort of nutrition background. Karina, can you tell us like a really cool success story, like maybe a client you've seen who wasn't getting answers and what this did for them?
Sure, I have many. But I guess, yeah, sure. I'll give you an example. Okay. So I had someone coming in with a lot of issues actually, but one of the main ones was constipation. She was constipated, chronically constipated. She couldn't go more than once or twice every every couple of weeks. So that was a serious problem. So um, we did the blood, and we find a few other things happening, which, by the way, there's many other things you can see in the blood, especially in the dry blood or layered blood, which is where we look at the adrenals, thyroid, colon, things like that. So with this client, we've uncovered an adrenal problem. Actually, she had a serious adrenal problem.
Interesting.
She was constipated, and she wasn't aware that she had an adrenal problem.
Well, you wouldn't connect those, yeah. Like, why most people wouldn't connect adrenals and constipation. So
never, yeah, because they don't know. They just get the symptoms, right? So so we uncovered a very serious adrenal problem. Her adrenals were taxed, and she was really tired and stressed out, and she just couldn't function. So to make a long story short, we employed an adrenal treatment plan. So we fixed her adrenals. Of course, I gave her sort of symptomatic relief for the constipation, because we needed to move the bowels right away. We didn't want all that toxic material to sit there. So I gave her some symptomatic relief for the constipation, but in the meantime, I worked on the adrenals. And within a week, or maybe a week and a half, she started going regularly, and slowly, in about a month from that initial visit, she started regaining her energy, her glow, her zest for life. She was happy to go back to work. She wasn't able to work before. She was happy to go back to work, and her whole life changed by actually treating the root cause, or one of the root causes of her situation. So what I'm trying to say is it's not always what it seems. Yeah. So we look a little bit deeper into the root cause of one problem. So yeah, that was a success story.
Such a great example, because I feel like sometimes people might be getting more tired and might have lower energy, but not really think they can do anything about it. They think it's a normal part of aging, or that they have young kids or whatever. But at the end of the day, it could be something, like it could be something worth investigating. And so that's why we're really excited to be able to help people and support people, dig in, investigate, and figure out what's wrong to get you feeling really well. Karina, is there anything else you want to share before we sign off?
No, the only thing I want to say is I'm looking forward to welcoming as many people as possible to the clinic, and helping out and supporting and guiding with all my knowledge and my skills. And so looking forward to working together.
Wonderful. And thanks, Karina. And so this is for anyone, if you don't have a naturopath, you can absolutely work with Karina. And if you do have a naturopath, what Karina does is she sends on a very detailed report to your naturopath. And most naturopaths know about live blood analysis, and they're really happy to get this information. So that's it for now, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And we will see you soon in our next wellness seminar. Chat soon.
See you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.